Hello crafty friends, it's the Gift Diva. Welcome back to my channel. Coming on today with a quick little, well, you know, with me it's probably never quick, but because I don't know what I'm doing. But one of my new subscribers, Sandy with Sandy's Planning and Crafts or something like that. Hey Sandy, she sent me a email and asked me if I would do a tutorial on how to do these notepad holders, and I've had requests from other people besides her, and so I'm going to attempt. The process is pretty much the same as the lip balm holders, so I will leave that that video in the description box below, but it, you know, because of the sizing and everything, it is slightly different, so I will try to attempt to do a video on how to do these. Now, this is one of the ones I got from Temu. If you'll recall, this one is different from the ones I showed you in my project share video, because these are only a one-sided print. Like this bottom part is just wood to hold it together, so you don't have to sublimate on both panels. You just, well, you don't have to sublimate on both panels on the other one either, but it's a nicer look if you sublimate on both of them, to me. But this one is just one-sided, and these are all I have at the moment. No, actually I just got the others in, but we'll just use these because I want to test them out. These come with the pad, as I mentioned before. Again, I got these on Temu, and all of them come with this plastic topping, so be sure to take this off before you sublimate on them. And as I mentioned in my lip balm video, you don't necessarily need a sublimation printer. You do need a heat source though, a heat press machine or a Cricut Easy Press, because you can use Cricut's infusible ink. You know, if you just want to put a pretty pattern on top, you can just get you a roll of Cricut infusible ink, or some infusible ink substitutes off of Amazon, and, you know, sublimate just a pretty pattern on here if you want to use them. So, but I'm going to go through my crazy design process with you on these, and show you how I do these. And you have to be careful not to scratch the top, but this is crazy how this is really stuck on here. Okay, so the first thing I do is I measure. Let me find my ruler. Hold on one second. Talk amongst yourselves. So I do some measuring. So this particular one, I think it's smaller than the AliExpress ones. And so this one is 7.5 wide by 4.5 tall. And then this little opening here, this is going to be important when we go into Canva, is like a 1/2 inch. And this is my in frame. Almost a little over 3 1/4. So let's go into Canva and I'll show you how I create these. Good afternoon, we're back, and I am coming on today, like I said, to walk you through how to create the image, the design for the sublimation notebook holders. Again, I stress that you don't have to have a sublimation printer to do this. If you want to use invisible ink, you do have to have a heat source, but if you want to use invisible ink and just put a pretty design on the front, you can do that as well. I suppose if you wanted, you could also get them and cover them with scrapbook paper. I mean, it's completely up to you. But what I'm going to do is we're going to try out the ones I got from Temu. I would like to note they are a little thinner than the ones I got from AliExpress. Like the wood feels a little flimsy. So I think I'm not going to use my auto press. I'm going to use my Cricut easy press. That way I can put like pressure on that. Now that might not work. That might end up not working out in my favor. But we're going to try it and see what happens. But let's design them first. So as you saw before, I measured them before coming into create. So I'm going to just create a design. I'm going to do custom size. I'm going to change pixels to inches. And then um, the width of the board is 7 5/8. So in decimal, that's 7.63. And then the height is 4 7/8, which in decimal is 4.875. And I'm going to create a design. And I'm just going to go up here and title my design so I'll know what this is. It's the Temu Notepad holder. Now, before I came on, I uploaded a bunch of designs that I was thinking about. I found some pretty images, and I wanted to see how these sublimated. And so we're going to go to uploads. And basically, when you upload a design, you just go to upload files. You find the file folder that you want to get your image from, and then you just scroll to the folder. I'll upload one more just so you can see. And you choose the design you want, and you upload. Oops. And it uploads into your Canva account. Now, I use Canva Pro. You can do this in Canva free, the free plan of Canva. You can upload designs and do all of that in Canva free. But I do have Pro, just so you know. So I like these beautiful fairies, and I also like these beautiful evening skies that I found. So I'm going to try to do something fun with that. So before I get started though, I'm going to create my background, and I kind of like this one. And then if I just right click on this, it'll say set image as background, and it will spread across the background. So the other thing I want to do is, as you know, there are two spaces, one for the pen and one for the notepad holder. And so what I usually do is create a template for those so I know where my images should fall. So I'm going to go into elements, and I'm going to select a shape. And the pen holder is 5/8. I'm just going to scroll up to 0.606. Seven, 6. And then it's 6 wide. 6.3 wide to 3 wide. And so I'm going to move that up here like that. And that it's about 1/4 of an inch from the top. So that's good. I'm going to do this. And then the notepad holder shape is about 3 squared. So we're going to make this 3.1. That's good, 3.1. And then we're going to make the height 3.1, like that. And then we're going to move that right here, thereabouts. So basically, this is the area that I have to work with my fairies. So as you know, all of this will not, all the yellow areas is going to not sublimate because, you know, that's where the holes are. So I just want to put something here, and I'm going to put the fairy here. Let's see. Now, there's a lot of going on with it in this fairy background, so I'm going to click image, edit image, I'm sorry, background remover. And now, oh, it took her wings. Oh, we need her wings. Okay, let's go back. So instead of using background remover, I'm going to use Magic Grab, which is a pro feature, just so you know. With Magic Grab, you just click on Magic Grab and it's going to highlight the image and it's going to you click on all the parts of the image you want to grab. So I want to grab the wings. I want to grab the head and the hair. I want to grab the body. I'm going to grab the arms. Okay. I want to grab all of these things. So that should take out the image. Oh, wait. Let's do this. Okay. So as you can see, the purple highlighted area, I want to erase too. Purple highlighted area are all the things I want to grab. So I'm just going to click grab. Grab a cup of tea. Okay, it'll take just a minute for it to figure out what I want to do. Now, I'm going to add a page here just so I can move her down. And I'm going to click and see, look, it moves the image right out of the picture like magic. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to delete that and I'm going to bring this back up. And I'm going to put her here. And don't want wording. Do we want text? Like fairies are magical or something? Nah. We'll just leave her here. I think she's pretty like this, don't you? Wait, her wing is cut off, so let's not do that. And we'll just go here and make her smaller, which she'll fit. Okay, these wings are not getting along here. Okay, yeah, let's just make her a little bit smaller, like that. Okay. One note about Canva, if you move from the sides, you'll more than likely cut off things. If you move from these corners here, you'll just enlarge or reduce your image without affecting the image at all. If you move from the sides or up and down in the middle, you might crop out some of the image. So be careful with that. So what do we think about that? I think that's kind of cute. I like it. What do y'all think? I like it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these two things because I don't want these things to print. I don't want these things to sublimate. I just want the pretty image to sublimate. Don't do this, we don't do this anymore. So that is so pretty. So I feel like I want text. No, we're not gonna do text. Do we want to glow around her? Let's see. Let's do glow. We want a lighter glow, so let's do like a golden glow. Increase the size of the glow. And do I like it? No, I do not. So we're gonna undo all of that. Um, okay, so that's good. So now all we gotta do is print this. Um, do you want anything else on here? feel like there should be some birds or something. Let's see. Bird silhouette. Hmm. Now, when you change colors, if you go down here to photo color, the every image that you have in your design, it will show you all the colors in that image so you can coordinate, which I think is pretty neat. So let's see, what does that do? Do we like the birds? Wish I hadn't deleted the pen holder now because I'm thinking I'm going to cut off some birds. But I like it. Let's leave it. It doesn't hurt anything. Okay, so now we're going to share. We're going to download. We're going to download as PNG. We don't have to worry about a transparent background because we've got Starry Nights there. And I'm going to hit download. Now I'm going to show you. Now after I download, I could just open up my print manager and download the file right to my print manager. But I'm going to assume everyone doesn't have the Sawgrass SG500, so I'm just going to do it I'm just going to do it the way I would do it if I still had my Epson. And I'm going to open a Word doc. And I have a Tumblr template that I use for my Tumblrs, and I just use it for everything. It works great for everything. So, because what it does is I pull the margins, all the way as far as they can go. So you have you can use the whole 8.5 by 11 sheet. And so now I'm going to insert my photo. Go to downloads. Here we go. I'm going to right click, wrap text tight, because that way now I can move it around. I can move it around all over the page. And if I go to picture format over here, my height it comes in a little different. It comes in at 4.88 by 7.63, which is still fine. Sometimes it comes in different and you have to make adjustments, but this should be just fine. And just so you know, I did like 1/4 of an inch on either side of my design so that I would have a little bleed over when I tape my design to the blank. So you'll see what I'm talking about when we print. And so I'm going to hit the rotate. Oh, flip horizontal. No, wrong one. I want, yeah, wait. Okay, we got to go back. We got to go back because I think I made a mistake. So, yes, I made a mistake. So let's delete this. Go back to Canva. We're going to move this girl over here because I should have put the notepad thing over here. Because in sublimation, you have to mirror your image so when you print it, it prints on the right side. So when you flip this, it's going to flip it to the right side. So I moved this over. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to re-download. I do that all the time. That's why I'm terrible at tutorials, y'all, because I forget things all the time. Okay, so I'm going to download the second photo now. I'm going to wrap my text tight so I can move it to the center. And now I'm going to flip. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Flip horizontal. So now when it prints, it's going to print correctly, if that makes sense. Is that right? uh, is that right? I think I had it right the first time, y'all. See, this is Sunday brain. Yeah, I had it right the first time. Glad I didn't delete it. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to wrap text tight, move down, flip horizontal. the horizontal. Okay. So now when I, yes. So now when I put it down on my blank, it's going to come out right. I hope I didn't confuse y'all. I'm sure I did. Just make sure that you mirror your image so that it comes out right side up when you are sublimating. So now I'm going to print this. And I'm going to send this to my Sawgrass SG500. I'm going to hit printer properties. I'm going to do high quality letter. Plain paper is fine. It's already mirrored, so I don't have to do anything with that. I don't usually mess with color management. I don't go into detailed settings and do anything with color management. And then I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit print. And this says your margins are pretty small. That's because I've expanded them. Just click yes, I still want to print. And it's going to print, and we'll go to the heat press and press it. Be right back. Okay, we're back, and I'm using, this is the best $20 investment I've ever made. It's a sublimation cookbook by Jennifer Maker. If I can, I will link it in the description box below. She created this handbook of all the things in the world you could possibly sublimate, the heat times, like if you're a traditional press, an auto press, an easy press, a mini press, whatever press you have, she has them. And then things that I buy that are not in here, I just list on the page, the correct page, like MDF, HDF. These are MDF board, and HDF board is what these things are made of. And so I just add in the times that I find for those things. And I just keep, and then she has an index in the back. This is a brilliant thing. And so if you sublimate, or if you're getting into sublimation, I would highly recommend getting this, because she did all the work for you in terms of, you know, and then she gives you even the sandwich that you need to do everything. It's just, it's an amazing tool. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I use that to figure out time and temperature. Sorry, y'all. I don't have quite the right setup for tutorials, so we might have some mishaps here. Okay, so move this out of the way. So here is my image, and we're going to go ahead and, while we're waiting for the heat press to heat up, I'm going to use my Cricut Easy Press, like I said, just in case you have one of those. I have the Easy Press 2, which gets up to 400 degrees. I think the one gets up to like 365. So I have heat, before I bought the heat press 2, I did sublimate with the heat press 1. You just have to, the timing, you have to adjust your timing. You waste a lot of blanks like that. Well, I did anyway, which is why I went ahead and broke down and bought the 2. But because it only goes up to 365 or 360, I think. But these sublimate at 365, so you could use your 1 for this for 60 seconds. So, and I use a ruler to cut off my edges, because you don't really want straight edges when you're sublimating things most of the time. And so I've already taken some alcohol, and I need to do it again though, because it's still got some smudges on it. Hold on. So I've taken some alcohol and just gone through and give it a good clean, and all the oils, your fingerprints, the stuff that naturally comes with, you know, shipping from China or wherever this comes from. And so get as much stuff off of here as you possibly can. And then you're going to put down a piece of butcher paper. And then you're going to, see, so we print it this way, right? But we're going to lay face down, which means our image is going to come just in that space, just to where we want it. And that's what I wanted. So I'm just going to play around with this. Oh, I'm going to miss the moon. I'm not going to get the moon, y'all. Oh well, we'll still get the background for purposes of this here demonstration. So this is not the best. Now, if I was using the AliExpress one, that would be perfect because I could sublimate the background onto this and you'd still get it all. Which if it turns out pretty, I might go back and do. So we're going to get my stuff even here. Like that. Now I'm going to use some heat resistant tape. My favorite brand is Cricut. I'm currently using the Hobby Lobby tape because I'm trying to get used to it. It's okay. I mean, trying to get rid of it. It's okay, but the Cricut tape is my favorite. That is one product that Cricut makes that's really good, is their heat tape. And I tape all 4 sides because I don't want any moving around under there. I don't want any ghosting. So we're going to lay that down like that. I'm going to put another piece of butcher paper on top to protect my press and to protect my surface. Give me 1 sec here. Make sure I'm in frame so we can see what I'm doing. Okay, and then we're going to apply the heat. And you just want a little bit of pressure down on your item because I'm afraid to put too much pressure on this because they were so flimsy. I don't want to break it in half. But I'm going to put just enough pressure on it, hopefully, that I get even distribution of heat. Normally, I would use the auto press because auto press means it automatically adjusts. I can't talk today. Adjusts the pressure. So that, you know, your pressure is even, but this you usually have to moderate, you know, with human pressure. But we're going to try it. We're going to see how it comes out. We're going to hope we don't get any ghosting. If it's a fail, we'll fail on camera so you'll know not what to do. Okay, so we're going to lift straight up. Move it back. Well, the good news is you can see the design through the paper, which is a good sign that maybe it did sublimate. This is extremely hot, so be careful. So I'm going to gently move back the tape. Do as I say, not as I do, y'all, because it is hot. I'm impatient. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's do this here. Okay. Oh, look how pretty. Now, this is okay. It's not great. And I think if I put it back on and press it some more, I'm gonna ghost it. So I'm not gonna do that. But it's not bad. I'll probably gift it to someone rather than try to sell it. Because, or use it on my own desk. Because here, look how vibrant and pretty that color is. Oh, we got a little bit of moon. Look how vibrant. Now, the only thing is, see how she's got kind of that fog around her face? That is a little bit of ghosting. Like that, like my pressure wasn't even right there, like right in the center. So her face could be a lot clearer. See how clear her face is on the paper? It didn't transfer all the way. And I'm not gonna try to re-edge. I'm not gonna try to put that back together again because I never get that right. But that is generally what we do. So, you know what? I'm going to go off camera and try another one and see if I can get the perfect color. Another Temu design and see if it's me or Temu. So, I'll be right back. Okay, folks, I'm back, and look at the difference. So this, I went ahead and used my AutoPress on this one, and look how clear her face is. So much better, right? So if you use the Easy Press, make sure you put pressure down. You know, be careful, like again, about breakage. I think it'll be okay, but I think you need more pressure. That's what I could, but look at the difference. So now you can see the difference in how clear her face is. So make sure that you have the adequate amount of pressure on your sublimation project so they don't ghost. She's pretty, I don't know. Does it look ethereal? Like I meant to do that? Should I throw it away? Let me know down in the description box. I mean, down in the comment section below. So here's how you put this together. So this has a adhesive backing. So you're just going to simply rip off this backing. Now, this is like score tape. Once it's down, it's down. There's no going back. So you have to be very careful. So I'm going to just edge this along the edge to make sure these two planks are even. Like this. And then I'm going to gently lay them down. Make sure my fingers are nice and even. And then I'm going to press down. So there's the first one. And see, I didn't do quite right there. I'm glad these are experiments because it's not going well. And then do as I say, not as I do on these, apparently. So we're going to try this next one. And like I said, I've tried to pull these up and realign, and it's just not happening. So I'm going to go off camera to do this to make sure I do it right. Oh, you know what? These look like maybe they're not even. Okay, there we go. So that one's a little better. I will do the ethereal one perfectly. See, you're not gonna get that up. That's not coming up. So there you go. So there's how you do put these together. And so give me a sec and I will come back and do one and show you how I fully package them. Okay, I'm back. I've shrink wrapped. Well, I've covered this in shrink wrap. It's just a roll that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I'm looking for shrink wrap. Oops, sorry. I'm looking for shrink back bags because it will be a lot easier. I'm just going to use my Doris heat tool. Sorry for the noise. Yeah. Get back in the pocket. Don't go too close because you'll put a hole in the paper in the plastic. But it's like, embossing basically. You just shrink wrap it front and back. Again, just making sure the sides shrink just enough to seal it in. And there you go. Now you have a nicely packaged. You don't have to use a fancy pen like I did. I'm making pins for mine. You can get some nice pins at the Dollar Tree and just add a pin and you've got a beautiful presentation. Isn't that pretty? So hope you got some inspiration, or I hope I helped you, Sandy. There are other tutorials if I didn't help you, and I will link one down below. But this, this is basically what I do. And let me know in the comments what you guys think, if I should just toss this and start over, or, just call it a loss and toss it, or what should I do with it? So, isn't that pretty? So pretty. I love it so much. So thank you so much for watching, for subscribing, for commenting. I really appreciate you guys. I'm coming back soon with a project share. I'm doing all things beading today and probably tomorrow. I'm just having a lot of fun with my beads, and I'll come back and show you what I made. And so we're just moving along, moving along, moving along. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.